Hi everyone, my name is Junon. I have a health science background and I'm the author of the book Truth and Empathy, How to Find Your Soulmate. And I'll put a link to the book below. This video is about the romantic compatibility between ENFJs and ESFPs. I think most people have asked themselves the question what makes or breaks a relationship, especially long term, by looking at different characteristics. And I think that MBTI is a good starting point so that obviously we can save ourselves a lot of hurt and headaches down the road. So let's look at what ENFJs and ESFPs have in common. Obviously, they're both feelers, which means that they are both right brain dominant, they're empathetic, they come from the heart, so they'll be the type of individual, if when they're together, would like to understand each other from an emotional standpoint. So in other words, it will be different, let's say, if they were with a thinker that is left brain dominant. So I think that these are the two individuals trying to at least see the other person's point of view. The other point also is that because one is a center perceiver, the other one is into feeler, is that in terms of energy it's going to be rather good. So if you look at the ENFJ, this personality type has a slow alpha brain dominance around 7 cycles per second, and the ESFP, being a center perceiver, has a slow beta brain dominance, so it's around 14 cycles per second. So in other words, although the intuitive feelers, generally speaking, are very sensitive to subtle energy, they'll be able to spend quite a bit of time and feel comfortable. So the ENFJ won't feel drained spending time with the ESFP, even if for a long period of time. The other aspect is that they tend to both have an appreciation for art and performance. So you'll see that the ENFJ tends to be good at writing poetry and also appreciates the art. And obviously the ESFP is a quintessential performer. So you'll see a lot of artists, whether it's singers, actors, are ESFPs. So they are drawn to performance art and they're able to share that together. The other point also is that I would say that the ENFJ will be the type to be nurturing towards the ESFP. So the ESFP enjoys being the center of attention, so it won't mind having this attention from the ENFJ. Now, in the areas where they're going to be struggling, it has to do with the fact that although they're both feelers, one is an extroverted feeler, being the ENFJ, whereas the ESFP is an introverted feeler. So one is about connecting, feeling one with another person. Whereas when it comes to the ESFP, actually the theme of their lives is movement and freedom. And having introverted feeling as its second function means that this person is about authenticity. So they're willing to, not keep the harmony of a situation because they want to be authentic. So that may cause issues because for the ENFJ, having this type of attitude means that the person is selfish. And when, let's say, they will be interacting, that's how sometimes the ENFJ will perceive the ESFP. And the ESFP will look at the ENFJ and think that, well, this person is not standing up for what they truly believe because they are very much about their own ethics and their own morals, not what is convenient for others or what would keep harmony with other people. So that may be an issue. The other point also is that the ENFJ, being a judger, likes to plan, likes to be very sort of organized, doesn't like surprises, whereas the ESFP likes to be spontaneous and to be very much in the moment. So the ENFJ may feel that they cannot rely on the ESFP, and the ESFP might feel that the ENFJ is not relaxed enough. They should take things as they come. They should be more outgoing or spontaneous, and that may be an issue. The other hurdle they might be facing is that the ENFJ is the soulmate type of romantic partner. So in other words, these are the type of people who want to find one person, stay with that person for the rest of their lives. So that is the ideal. Whereas the ESFP is more liberal. These type of people who can, switch partners on a regular basis, and because what they're looking for in a mate is someone fun, so they're looking for a playmate. So if you put the ENFJ and the ESFP together, the ENFJ may feel that the ESFP is not serious enough, is not someone they can really, give their heart and their soul to, and the ESFP might feel that the ENFJ is too serious. They should sort of be more open to different types of relationship, and you'll say that the ESFP will make the type who don't mind having, let's say, polyamorous relationships, whereas the ENFJ would probably never want to even consider having this type of arrangement. So to summarize, I would say that it is a moderately compatible type of relationship in terms of, yes, they're both feelers, but one is an extrovert feeler, the other one is an introvert feeler, one is a judger, the other one is a perceiver. They might enjoy each other's company in terms of one is not draining the energy of the other because their energy is pretty good for both of them. But in terms of one being organized, the other one wanting something more spontaneous, that might be an issue in terms of organizing the day-to-day sort of routine and life. And the other aspect also is that the ENFJ tends to be even good in terms of money management, and the ESFP, I think a good percentage of them might not be good at that in terms of they might be more reckless, so that may create a sense of insecurity in the ENFJ. To summarize, I would say that there's a 50-50% chance that this couple may actually be happy together, because there are some areas where they do overlap, being both feelers, be both the type of people who come from the heart. They also have probably a love of the arts and in terms of culture, so they'll be able to feel that, and also they're rather warm with each other. But you have to keep in mind that although the ENFJ is officially an extrovert, but functions more like an introvert, because it has to do with, in terms of the energy of the person compared to who surrounds them. So in other words, I would say that the ENFJ might feel more comfortable with the ISFP than the ESFP, because of the fact that the ESFP is very much someone who needs to have people around to feel energized. So in other words, this couple could work, but the compromise would have to be made on both sides to make it happen, or to actually have a long-term fulfilling relationship. So let me know if you agree or disagree with this romantic compatibility analysis by commenting below. If you enjoyed this video, if you learned something, please click on the like button. Click on the notification bell to be notified of other videos I'm going to be making, and we will talk soon.